If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe to World of Emulation for lots of coverage on emulators. Thank you, and have a nice day. Playing Breath of the Wild on PC is a dream come true for many PC gamers. Playing one of Nintendo's most recent masterpieces on an emulator is something to be happy for, and that's what the CEMU team has accomplished, letting us play this game with mods that let us cap to 60 frames per second, 4K resolutions, and some effects that really enhances the gameplay experience. If you have a strong computer, the enhancements will make the game a great experience. But then there comes the other side of users, weak low-end hardware. Yet they just want to play the game on their computer. I am one of those people, and I know one day I will build myself a high-end PC when I have the finances. But as of the recording of this video, this is the current situation I am in. But I thought we can take a look and see how bad Breath of the Wild runs on my hardware. It'll be a little humorous due to how poorly the performance handles. So, without further ado, let's get started. I will first explain the specs and all the settings I am using. I will show you the specs on screen. I have a all-in-one PC, so the CPU has an integrated GPU, so basically a AMD Radeon R7 GPU with a A12-9730P CPU at 2.8 GHz, 4 cores, and 16 GB of RAM. Now over to settings. The graphics settings I have on are Vulkan, precompiled shaders on auto, and everything on bilinear. On audio, I have direct sound. I found no differences between the two audio options in terms of performance. Now over to the graphics pack. I am using mods that will help me boost my frame rates using FPS++. The dynamic game speed is at 32 frames average. The fence method is on performance fence. NPC stutter fix is on. It says that disabling will increase performance. From the test I've made, there is little to no differences. The set FPS limit is at 165 frames per second, and I also use the HUD remover just for visual purposes. For additional settings, I have all logical cores on. I am using CEMU hook. The timer accuracy is at 1 millisecond, and custom timer is at QPC. Also worth pointing out, I am using the current public build of CEMU 1.19.1, but as of making this video, the next public version will be out in a couple of days, maybe even today. Finally, let's get into testing. There are 3 places we are going to test: Great Plateau, the Stasis Shrine, and Kakariko Village, since that is the ultimate test. Very important disclaimer, without screen recording, the frames per second are quite better than recording. For an example, on the video, the shrines will be 22 FPS, while without recording would be 26 FPS. That is something to keep in mind. I will allow for some music to play in the background while showing you these tests. I will point out some major points while the tests are on screen. So here's a Great Plateau. While recording, the game runs 10 to 12 FPS. The next test we will be doing is a Stasis Shrine. The performance may depend shrine to shrine, but mostly every shrine runs at above 20 FPS. The final test is Kakariko Village. Many people consider this village the ultimate test, because most of the time, the frame rate drops in these areas. So you need to hope that whenever you have a strong PC, you can handle this village above 60 FPS. So in conclusion, just buy a good PC for emulation, because in my case, I need to build myself a really good and capable computer for emulation whenever I have the finances. A little self-promo, but if you would like to help me get to that goal and buy new computer hardware, I made a Patreon, link is in the description. But that would do it for this video. I hope you get a little perspective on how a really low-end computer can run Breath of the Wild on CEMU. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like and subscribe for more CEMU and emulation coverage. It really helps a ton. See you guys in the next video.